damage goods. Damage goods. Damage goods. I've accepted it. Damage goods. Damage goods. Damage goods. I will build this bridge and get over.
Yeah. You know, we all been through something. And I can tell you, I am definitely damaged. Damaged goods. Yeah, you know it. Check it. I'm damaged goods, return to sender. Many people will not remember what I be coming with, but I'm running quick on the microphone, and my stomach's sick, and I be pushing until there's nothing up in it. I could do this for more than another minute, and I could do this for hours, and I could open my chest, open heart surgery. I'm hopeless bet. I'm a hopeless romantic, because I know that I'm gonna be doing this, and it's tragic. I have to be doing this and I'm married to game. And you just see how it happens, well I had to carry it, wait. I carry the weight on my back in my mind. I have to do this in the back of my mind. I have to tell myself to keep on pushing forward. Every time they died, wait, I know I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. So build a bridge and get over it. Build a bridge and get over it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. So build a bridge and get over it. Build a bridge and get over it. Building bridges to get over myself. Like I'm an angry troll, I'm knowing myself. Like I got the manual, but I know that I got my habits still. I'm gonna make sure that I'm just pushing up the hill like I'm Sisyphus. I'm doing this the way it needs to be done, so you can see that I'm just pushing towards heaven. And now I'm needing one person to be checking my perspective. Then I can go ahead and check this off my checklist, and I can reassemble it like Voltron, and I can bring it together. And you're wrong if you thinking you can't find your way up out of it, because we imprison ourselves up in our mind. Our habits is killing us every day, slowly or quickly. This is why I'm on this microphone, and you could get me. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. So build a bridge and get over it. Build a bridge and get over it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. So build a bridge and get over it. Build a bridge and get over it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. So build a bridge and get over it. Build a bridge and get over it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. I'm damaged goods, and I've accepted it. So build a bridge and get over it. Build a bridge and get over it. Damaged good, and I've accepted it. Damaged goods, damaged good, and I've accepted it. Damaged goods, damaged good, and I've accepted it. So build a bridge and get over it. Build a bridge and get over it.
What's going on, everybody? The Witchy Woo Raid. What's going on, everybody? We've got the Dragon of Hatred. We got Witchy Woman. We got Luke Dukem. Blasted Asses. Get in my butt. Well, coincidentally, Dr. Three Balls. The best part of waking up is taco in your butt. Let me know if the music is good level, if it's too loud. I hope you guys took your meds. If you don't know, now you know. Let's take your fucking meds time. Take your fucking meds time. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Say here they go. Here they go. Here they go. Here they go. Hit your fucking meds. Hit your fucking meds. Or I'm gonna hit you with a baseball bat. Eat your fucking meds. Eat your fucking meds. Oh. Huh. You said, Dad, leave me alone. Huh. You say, Dad, leave me alone. I'm just chilling. On zero. We just chilling. We just chilling today, guys. I mean, we got some stuff to talk about. There's also a few things. Music's fantastic. Felter Snatch in a bad place, anger issues. Think I need to look into taking sertraline. Felter Snatch. It's definitely something to look into. You know, talk to your doctor and stuff if it's something that you're worried about. I would say, you know, maybe recommend it. Is there something in particular? If you want to talk about it here or in private, you know, don't hesitate to reach out. Zero took his meds today. That's one handsome dog. Megan, thank you for the subscription. I very much appreciate it. 15 months. Not being insane. 1 for Link. All right, we will definitely get a treat for Zero and Link. Let me finish getting all this hair out. I finally found his brush. I didn't grab it before the live. He's also not usually crazy about it, so well, that's alright though. I got treats right over. Meow. Oh, actually, you know what? I got special treats just for such an occasion. Oh. I've got special Zero treats for just such an occasion. For just such an occasion. Yeah. We've got some canine carry-out taco minis. Even he's excited. He can't keep his shit together. He is very excited, clearly. Oh my goodness, Zero, I'm coming. Taco for you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he got that taco quick, fast, and in a hurry. Back up. We need some for Link. So, I hope everybody's having a great day. If anybody wants to discuss anything at all, please do. You guys know that this is a safe space for anybody to talk about anything that they want. Good, bad, ugly, whatever you guys need. We always, as always, we've got some things to discuss. We've got some things to distract. One of the first things to distract, well, is the fact that the best part of waking up is taco in your butt, apparently. Thanks to Dr. Three Balls, that's now just part of the live. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm 2 points away from leveling up. Oh, nice, Blasted Asses. Good stuff. I know I had mentioned possibly showing you that game, showing you where I was in that game on the live. Let's see how much it makes my stuff lag. If this makes my stuff lag at all, please let me know, guys. Anybody who's somewhat who hasn't been around in a little while, we started throwing games in little by little. It's definitely not something that we're going to be doing all the time, but it's just a way to keep things going. You know, I love video games. Ironically enough, one of our good friends, Juno, had come in the other day and was saying something along the lines of he likes it better when video games are, kind of an option. Not necessarily when I'm strictly playing them, but definitely he likes having them as an option because I look more comfortable. Well, hey, Zero, easy. Well, I've got to say that when I was thinking about my topic for the live this morning, and I fell onto the topic of comfort versus love, I really wasn't even thinking about that, but as I was, thinking some thoughts and writing down some notes, that kind of jumped out at me. So let's see where Felter Snatch is at. Let's see if I can't feel that snatch or fill that snatch. Many Meg, many Meg. That's one handsome puppy. Let's see here. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a witchy woman. I feel empty inside. Everything that goes wrong or work tasks for IT faults feel like they're a personal attack. Been like this since around January, taking it out on my wife. I only have one friend, and I don't speak or see my birth family since a decade. Well, Felter Snatch, first of all, if you want to take it out on anybody, take it out on the big fat taco man. The husky dad bod taco man. Don't want to be perceived as talking shit, or my friends will come and find me. I get it, dude. I have been in the same boat. I'm not going to compare, or zero, easy. I'm not going to compare, you know. Sometimes you don't want to fucking be compared to, you know. Everybody seems to think that they know exactly what people are going through all the time, and sometimes you just want somebody to fucking hear you out. And I hear you, dude. You know, the reason why I take this so seriously, the reason why, you know, and as I had mentioned today, something that makes me comfortable, like gaming, versus something that I love, like being here for my fellow mankind, you know. I truly love to be here for people. And I know that it's not much, but it's a fucking start, man. When I was feeling that same way, where everything felt like my fault, felt like I wasn't enough, wasn't doing enough, couldn't do enough, it was pivotal, you know. And zero, stop, fucking stop. All right, Link's asking for it now. It was pivotal in my overall mindset. You know, I've always been the type of person to want to help an individual, but even that can be draining. And obviously, it depends on how you help. You know, a lot of people try so much to help in every situation that if they don't feel like they did, they take it as a personal attack. And I'm speaking from a place of, like, I know a thing or two because I've dealt with a thing or two. I make that joke too much. I'm dumb. So I hope you kind of understand what I'm getting at. You know, I'm not gonna make a spectacle of it, because sometimes we just want to forget what the fuck we've got going on, what the fuck we're dealing with, and you know, out of respect for you and each and every person in here, I try to read the room and adjust accordingly. So. Let's see here. How are you today? I had to take a call. Not a problem, Witchy Woo. I'm doing fine. I was there. I know the struggle. Dr. Three Balls, that's the thing, man, is I feel like a lot of us do. I feel like a lot of us know the struggle, and I think that one of the reasons why so many people feel comfortable sharing with so many of you amazing people, you know, myself included, I guess, is our way of dealing with it and handling it, you know. And this isn't just me, you know, this is each and every one of you guys. I say it all the time, but you guys help me just as much, or, you know, if I'm able to help you guys in any way, you guys help me just as much. This has nothing to do with, you know, me helping you guys. This is a group fucking effort. And that's why I think it's always so amazing whenever somebody comes in with an issue, because their demons don't stand a fucking chance in hell. You know, they barely stood a chance. Listen, your demons barely stood a chance when it was just you versus them. Your demons are sitting there like, wait, you mean he fucking has friends? So, I really hope that means something to you, because, you know, one of the things that really kind of pushed me through when I really, you know, my life was just crumbling around me and it was really just my thoughts at the end of the day. If you can't curate your thoughts to get you to feel better, then you've got your work cut out for you. But if you just hold on to the fact and realize that, you know, you said yourself, you might not have many, you might have one real friend. You don't talk to your family. Obviously, you might not immediately think of some of us when you're thinking of your friends, but I consider you a friend, and I hope that you know that a lot of us consider you a friend, and that means that you've got a lot more than just that one person that you were talking about. But some people don't even have that one person. And if that's not a reason to fucking push and fight, then I really don't know what is. And I've swore a few times, so I will try to do a better job of this. Life is really hard. We're all here for each other, one day at a time. Just breathe easy and slow, as Animal says. It sucks, yes, but it does. But welcome to the Taco Pack. Well, not to mention, Blasted Asses, you know, I know that you can speak for a lot, you know, especially when we're referring to our digital friends, or, you know, how some other people might refer your online friends or your fake friends. We actually just had a whole conversation yesterday about, you know, fake versus real. And, you know, Blasted Asses is actually a really good friend of mine. You know, obviously I consider a lot of you guys friends, but, you know, there are certain ones of you that I talk to over the phone, or we play Xbox from time to time, so we talk over the party, and we actually have, you know, relationships that are on like another level. And a big part of the reason why I feel like so many of us are in this predicament is that so many times we have chosen comfort over love. And even if we weren't really aware in the moment, you know, it definitely has a snowball effect. And that's not the case all the time, for sure. And that's the thing too, Felter Snatch, you know, sometimes it just feels better saying it out loud. Sometimes you don't want to make a spectacle of it. Sometimes you just want to say it. I made my peace. Cool. Thank you for making this possible. I'm good. You know, that's why I never pry. I never really try to dig in, because that's your business. You know, no offense, but it ain't my business. And I never push, because a lot of people just don't want to share, whether it's that they don't want to or they just don't feel comfortable. Regardless, it's the type of thing that, you know, I want to make sure that people are comfortable. When you come on this channel, we're all unique bits of beef just stuffed into the taco. We're all holding each other together and here for each other. We all are taco. Dragon of Hatred, you're definitely not, you know, incorrect in a couple of ways. You're definitely not incorrect. You know, I think one of the most beautiful parts about the perfect taco, the idea behind it, and it wasn't the idea from the beginning. This is kind of something that just got, you know, bullshitted into existence. But I've had people ask me, like, why my name is The Perfect Taco, and I've given them the real reason, but, like, how it ties into the whole mental health thing was just kind of made up on the spot, you know, back whenever, a couple of months ago or whatever. But a taco has no rules, has no how-to. You know, most people, what? Beef, lettuce, cheese, tomato. You can put whatever the fuck you want in there, though. You don't need to put in lettuce. Lettuce, especially most people use iceberg, no nutritional value. Throw in some romaine or some spinach. Actually, instead of lettuce, I like just going a little extra on the tomato, throw in some cucumber. Like, before I make all of us hungry, the moral of the story is that whatever the fuck you want to put in your taco is going to be your perfect taco. What might be a perfect taco to you isn't going to be a perfect taco to somebody else. There is no fucking outline, and even if there is, lines were meant to be colored outside of. And I know everybody who ever made a children's coloring book is like, dude, this is the fucking very thing that we trained you not to do. You're right, you did train me to stay inside the lines. I'm not exactly a stay in the lines type of motherfucker, though. So, I don't know why, but with those hats, I'm getting the weird neighbor that you used to always peek over the fences in that one old classic TV show, Home Improvement. What was his name? Wilson or fucking something like that? It's not Wilson, I don't think. It might be, though. Hi, I only got 6 more minutes. Can you show the game you were talking about? Taco sour cream. Blasted asses. Sure, my brother. I can do that for you. Let us get into a screen share. Let us share the screen. Let us rotate you guys a little bit so you can see more of me. Me. So this is a game that Blasted Asses just recently started playing. Let me know if it starts lagging too much, and I will get out of it. I like this game a lot. I've been playing it since it came out. I've been playing it for 6 years. So Blasted Asses, this is what it looks like once you get to 5,000 trophies. This is my deck right now. It's all max level. Just a quick rundown. This zaps towers. This freezes stuff. This makes all my stuff go faster. This is just a big old army of skeleton boys. This is a healer. This is a ram rider. This is a P.E.K.K.A. This is a mirror. Self-explanatory. Home Improvement, yes, we like some Home Improvement. I enjoy Home Improvement. I know a lot of people don't like Tim Allen and whatever. Most of the reason people don't like certain people at this point is because of, political bullshit. That guy's gonna hurt. So, as you saw, that guy just put his right on the bridge while I threw mine in the back. So although he got an initial attack, and then so he's at 7 elixir right now. I'm at 9, but I've got a comeback coming. Plus, I just froze his witch, so he's honestly fucked. Or maybe not, because he threw that P.E.K.K.A. down, so I might be fucked. That's what I get for talking trash. Although, if I can get 7 elixir before that mini P.E.K.K.A., I might not even need it. Oh shit, I need it. Oh shit, I need it. Oh, Cindy wants to hydrate. Pika's lurking and stopping an urgent care. Thank you, Pika, for the lurk. Blasted Asses just asked me to throw this game up real quick. He likes this game. I think I might have told him about it once or twice before, but he downloaded it yesterday and wanted me to show him what's going on once you get a little higher. So once I'm done with this round, I'll be switching back over to full screen. We're gonna keep it open as always, but today we're talking about comfort versus love. And just to reiterate, again, this isn't why I wanted to talk about this today, but Juno Rocks made a good point. He said he enjoys when I game because I look more comfortable. Well, that's because I am. It's because I love video games. But I love being here for people, and that's the one thing that sometimes when I game, I feel like I don't always get the chance to do. I don't feel like I get the chance to be here for some of you guys like I really would want to. So that's one of the only reasons why I'm not always gaming on the lives, as well as the headaches. The headaches obviously are a big portion. So my kind of strategy right now is I'm trying to pretty much just use the battle healers and the P.E.K.K.A.s to keep my P.E.K.K.A. healed. The P.E.K.K.A., that big guy in armor, it's actually a girl. I'm sorry, P.E.K.K.A. The big girl in armor, she, that just sounded wrong. The big girl in armor, that just didn't sound right. She's a tank. She's beefy. She does hella damage. Alright, so this is a good game so far. Could go either way. Could definitely go either way. 14 seconds. Run, P.E.K.K.A., run. Run, P.E.K.K.A., run. Get her. Yeah! Make like the Kool-Aid Man and oh yeah! There we go. As long as I can hold it for these 3 seconds. So that's what happens when you get ridiculous. It was just so much shit going on that I honestly could barely explain anything. So that's that game. I enjoy that game. I hope that it wasn't lagging too much on you guys. That was, like I said, Blasted Asses. I'll take a drink for that, Felter Snatch. I appreciate all you guys hanging out and giving me the chance to not only do something that makes me comfortable like video games, something that I genuinely do love, like video games, but to be able to do that in a live that, you know, kind of went away from that for a while. You know, I started out with gaming, and I love gaming. That's what Twitch was all about when I first got on it. But, you know, one of the things that I think is the most beautiful about my story, if I could be so bold, is the fact that, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I genuinely try to be here for people. And I've heard a lot in life, you know, if you just worry about other people, if you don't focus on yourself and what you want out of life, you're never going to get it. But being kind has never done me wrong. You know, I'm sure that it has once or twice. I might have gotten ripped off or taken advantage of, but it comes with the territory. That's what happens when you try to help people. You can either whine about it and grow up to be bitter and cold, or you can be one of those happy-go-lucky old people who just don't give a fuck. That's why there's only two options when you get old. We've talked about this before. Alex said he beat you yesterday. Green-Eye Witchy Woman, first of all, he didn't beat me. He whooped my hiney. He hurt me so bad, I almost had to go get checked for another concussion. He whooped my ass. Second, make sure he does his Clan Wars this week, because if he doesn't, I might have to kick him. I wouldn't actually kick him, and if I did have to kick him, he could just join right back. But honestly, I'll message you or something later to remind you. Basically, it's just Thursday through Sunday. There's like special battles that if he doesn't even have to do a lot of them, but if he just do like a couple here and there, he'd be cool. But he did whoop my booty. He killed me terribly. Like, he crushed me. Already rode 3.5 miles on a bike in about 20 minutes. Demon Slayer, good job, dude. Now, you posted a picture the other day in the Discord, and I know that the filters make us feel good, but dude, you look so good. Demon Slayer, we haven't seen you as much because, you know, you've been busy. Life gets the best of us. But the progress that you were making was already incredible. You were already looking like a completely different individual, but that photo, bro? I don't know if I have been more proud of somebody in a long time. And there's different levels, you know. The reason why this in particular, I know I've said that, I've mentioned to one or two of you guys, you know, that I'm proud of some of the shit that you guys have accomplished, but put this into perspective real quick, okay? Demon Slayer, would you mind sharing with us how many pounds you've lost? Like, what your weight was to what it is now? If you do mind, I don't, you know, worry about it. Let's see, e-bike recently, also wrecked on it. Bike's fine, my arm is fucked. How did you wreck your fucking Dragon of Hatred? How did you wreck an e-bike, bro? Crowns, you have to level up your characters to level up. You can't level up with getting the crowns. Oh, yeah, definitely. You have to get your characters to level up. But blasted asses, and I know you're probably not here, by getting the crowns, you can get more chests, because in the battle pass, even if you don't have the battle pass, there's the free side. So that'll give you free chests, basically, which gives you free cards, gold, and gems, which in turn, basically, it all turns into levels eventually. I'm going to go another 3 miles later, but I'm about to go to work, go work out, and then try to find a cheap mechanic. Or just say screw it and do YouTube things and fuck it up. Well, Demon Slayer, you can always do a kind of a combination of the two. You know, when I had my car, I would YouTube shit, I would figure shit out, but there was always shit that you couldn't. You either had to have a buddy that was into cars, or you had to, just take it to the mechanic eventually. What really helps is that code reader. If you can get the car somewhere, or if you know somebody who can bring a code reader to you, that saves a lot of time. Tell him to get his chores done then. Right, witchy woman? This is bullshit. I will. I'll be on him. I'll be like, listen, dude, if you don't do your chores, I don't give a... Most people just have to donate and do wars. Alex, he's got to donate, do wars, and do his chores, or he's out. No, I'm just teasing. But, if he... And I can talk to him about it, too. I can hit him up wherever or whatever. But he can be an elder and a co-leader. So if he wants to get, the promotions, it's super easy. It's not something that is that hard. That's my next thing, to start exercise. Well, let's see. I got to go. Thank you for the chat. Have a good stream. I will do my best. Happy Ooh Wednesday to you blasted asses. Don't forget to take your meds, to eat some stuff. Thank you for the compliment. Well, I mean it, Demon Slayer. And, the numbers aside, a lot of us as a group are dealing with mental deficits. And obviously I can't speak for yourself, but I know that I myself, sometimes when I'm depressed, I eat. My weight's doing, decent. Give me 1 second. Hello? Yeah. I'm okay. How are you? Uh-huh. All right, that's fine. Alrighty, I appreciate it. Yep, talk to you soon. Bye. Well, that's cool. Sorry, I had to take that. It was my rehabilitation, my physical rehabilitation. Anyway, let's see where I was. So, like I was saying, it's a matter of mind over matter. Obviously some people will have an easier time than others, but it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination to change, to make a change, whether it's physical or mental. So many of us get comfortable living a certain type of way and then realize that we sacrificed so much that we loved. And Demon Slayer, I know that it's been hard, it's been a sacrifice, but you're more fit than you have been in I don't know how long. I bet you have been able to go and enjoy your life, your body. I guarantee that you love every fucking bit of you. Obviously, within reason, we all have our moments where we don't, but was mainly saying be safe to Demon, but I had a dude who didn't want to share the road, moved over quick to me and almost bars the door, hit the pothole and flew. Damn. That's always the worst when it's somebody else's fault. I was thinking it was I automatically always especially when it's a bike accident. I'm like, how'd you wreck a bike? And then something like that happens and it's tragic. Stuck at 350 right now for about 2 months, but I started my healthy lifestyle in August and I was weighing 460. Dude, first of all, in less than a year to lose 110 pounds is fucking insane. Like, that's incredible. That's incredible. And I wouldn't worry about you're stuck at 350. No. First of all, you've been building fat into muscle this whole time, as well as burning. If it wasn't for the fact that that muscle weighs more than fat, you'd be down another 50 pounds at least. You've probably gained 50 pounds just in muscle since you've been working. And obviously, life happens. Certain stresses come into play, might stop us from eating healthy or doing, certain things. But, dude, that's incredible. Don't fucking, I know you're not, and I hope you're not. Don't beat yourself up for the fact that you've been stuck at 350 for 2 months, because that's fucking, you haven't gained. That's incredible. Yo, Mountain Dan, welcome in. Hope all's well in your neck of the woods. It's alright. Maybe where you're supposed to be. And that would be okay. Go for your goal regardless what anybody says. That's damn amazing. It is damn amazing. So 110 pounds I dropped from August to April. And then that's when I got my job and quit working out as much. The real taco. What up, Dragon of Hatred? What did I say that made it the real taco? I don't remember. I'm always a real taco. We don't like no fake plastic bitches. We are talking today about comfort versus lies, and the talk is going amazing. Let me move this over and try to get my self-righteous whiteboard in front and center, because I am a cheater and I want to look at my notes during the test. So this is our self-righteous whiteboard for the day. I don't always show you guys. I don't always have much to show, but I threw a couple of things on there to keep me in line, keep me reminded of what we're talking about. And Demon Slayer, I can't help but to once again use you as an example in this. To live a life of comfort got you to 460 pounds. To live a life where you can love every bit of what you've got going on led you to 350 and beyond. And weight loss, I think, is just weight in general is a easy way to bring this to light, to make the whole comfort versus love. Sometimes you need that comfort food, but sometimes you need to eat a fucking salad. Speaking personally, so that's the easiest thing too. A lot of people who struggle with like depression and shit, like, oh fuck, I don't feel like making food. Well, okay, buy a bag of lettuce, buy a bag of cheese, buy some Italian dressing, croutons if you're feeling frisky. Take a fistful of lettuce, bam. Take a fistful of cheese, bam. Take some dressing, boop. You have a healthy fucking meal now. Like, it's not the tastiest shit in the world, but I actually don't mind it, especially if you get like a nice spring mix or something. If I can stick to the healthy eating, I can still lose, but it's harder now, so I'm struggling a bit keeping on track. The main thing, Demon Slayer, is it's about burning the calories that you consume. You don't necessarily even have to eat healthy most of the time. Obviously, it helps. But if you start, I'm not saying count your calories, but at least keep track of them, kind of, then you can make sure that you're at least staying where you're at and not gaining. And you have to take into consideration all the steps you're taking, when you are actively gaining, working out at work, when you're walking around, when you're moving, the calories that you're burning there. Oh, it's so much better. Thank you for sharing, Demon. It felt so good to pee just now. It literally went, I've had those times. I sent you pics of my arms that appeared 3 days after accident. I still can't lift more than 15 pounds. Damn, bro. Did you get checked out? Plateaus are common after such a huge weight loss. Congrats, but don't give up. Keep moving forward. Felter snatch, exactly. You know, that you just said that perfectly. How I was trying to say it, but couldn't because I'm a fucking taco. And we weren't taught this in Mexican school. The plateau, that's what it is. The plateau. When you hit that plateau, you might stick there for a minute. Let's see here. Doing good, bud. Just sorting a few bits around the gaff. What's a gaff? I'm gonna keep going as much as possible. Possibly can. You guys really helped me also. I broke my glasses yesterday, so I'm blind as fuck right now. I need to get new glasses. I'm tired of these ones. I'm just a broke bitch. And a cucumber, too. There you go, Juno. What are we doing with the cucumber other than sitting on it? Yo, amazing horror everywhere. Hi, I'm new. How doing? I'm doing okay. Are you actually new, or are you Imperial? I prefer to track calories in versus out. It's the easiest method. Stick to 1,800 a day, and most people will get to their healthy weight that way. I stick to with no exercise. Gotcha. You see, I started trying to like track my calories, but it just got to be too much for me. Like, I'm already micromanaging so much of my life right now that adding that, I keep it in mind, but I haven't actually gone as far as to track it yet like that. I've tried and I've gotten, baby steps. I'm not making any excuses, just baby steps. No checkout yet. Oh, so you're still in the fucking place. What? Oh, you haven't checked it out. Okay, I got you. Using my Fitness Pal app again. I want to start using that, like, well, Cine uses like a Sweatcoin type of app. I wonder if that counts your steps. I want to know if that counts your steps. I also recommend Pokemon Go. If you like Pokemon, best way to lose some weight. You see a Snorlax 2 miles down the road, you're fucking walking for it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Well, I guess new as in just finding your stream. Amazing horror everywhere. I assumed you just came out of the womb. When you said new, I assumed that you just opened your newborn eyes not 5 minutes ago, and you were thrust into the online world, as most children are. Welcome in. How'd you find us? I am the perfect taco. I am just a taco. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we're all damn perfect if we make it make sense. Yo, and I got my moments. I ain't always perfect, but shit. I just try to be goofy. I just try to give people a reason to smile. I try to be here, be goofy, be myself. Show people that it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you. It doesn't matter how silly or goofy you think you look. Are you a man in a bikini and 5 hats? Then it really doesn't matter how silly you look. Afraid of the hospital bill. I don't blame you. Yeah, if you don't have insurance, it might not be worth it. My sister's a nurse. I'll give her a call. We'll do a 3-way call, and I'll help you out that way. I never call her for my own needs, but I'll put her to work for you. Putting it with cucumber. You weren't talking about my ass. You were talking about salad. I love cucumber, but when the depression hits, I ain't sitting there chopping up a cucumber. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, if you wonder like what level of depression I get sometimes, like, I'm not willing to chop up a fucking cucumber. Like, I'm not willing to put something on the stove. Like, it's some shit sometimes, but you gotta figure out how to get through it. I know that I'm not gonna put anybody out there, but somebody was talking about taking some antidepressants. Take them while you feel like you need, while they're covered by insurance, but don't consider that a means to an end. we live in a world where depression comes with the territory. We're not all depressed. We're acting logically to the fact that 3% of the world holds 97% of the wealth and keeps us fighting against each other for stupid shit. Did you sweat coin, but it would take forever getting the cash unless you sign up for premium. And I know they do like the gift cards and stuff versus like cash. I didn't even know they had a cash option. Must cut up a cucumber and then season with some salt and pepper. S&P is the life for me. Found you through the Just Chatting category. That's so funny, amazing. Because I guess you were just like scrolling and finding out what you had as options. I always ask because it's almost like a detective game, trying to figure out why I was like on people's recommended. Like if they watch Al Mao, well if they watch Al I already know. Or if they watch Evo, usually if they watch Evo I already know. Or if they watch, other people. It's always fun to try to figure it out. Definitely broke 2 fingers. Thing swells up huge. I just ride it. But that's prior, not now. So I guess I'll do the same thing. Well, Drago, if you think you broke some shit, at least splint it up. Even if you just tape a fucking marker to your finger like I did when I punched my thumb. Who was here when I punched my thumb playing Halo? Who was here for that? You want to talk about a fucking source of sunshine? Imagine watching a fucking chubby dude in a taco suit punch himself in the thumb. Dude, that shit hurt, but it was so funny. Got to 29.6 mile per hour downhill. Damn, Demon Slayer. That's almost scary. Make sure your fucking nuts are tight. All of them. I get to the level where I wouldn't have the motivation to get up out of bed, let alone make myself food. Mountain Dan, exactly. Amazing Horror, thank you for the follow. Do you stream yourself? Welcome, officially to the Taco Party Pack. We've got some tacos. We've got some studly sluts hanging out with us. Some cute cunts. Demon sent you a whisper with a great URL. You can enter current weight, height, data, activity levels, select a goal for weight loss with a target date, and it'll work out. Yo, Felter, thank you so much for doing that. I had a thought of me take antidepressant pills, but my dad said when he was younger he tried and it only makes it worse. Well, Amazing Horror, I'm glad that you said something about that because when I was a kid, they tried to get me on ADHD meds, obviously a different thing, but my mom didn't want to go straight there. She wanted to try, behavioral therapy, behavioral methods, and they worked. Instead of drugging a child trying to learn how to cope with their body, actually, that was honestly one of the few things that my mom did that was really, really noteworthy, that really stood out to me, like that she's not just, some moms just do whatever they can to get their kid to sit down and shut up and behave, and, that I didn't necessarily realize it at the time, but, that was honestly the proof that, my mom genuinely cared. And as far as antidepressants go, the thing with antidepressants is that they help give you chemicals that your brain is not giving you usually, or at least isn't producing as much of as it needs. Now, the downside to that, much like melatonin or something, what happens when you take melatonin to sleep? Your body has an even harder time producing it. So if you're going to rely on something like antidepressants, I don't recommend you stay on them forever. I don't recommend that you just be a good little puppet and listen to what you're told. Obviously, listen to, the doctor, take it into consideration, but if you don't like what they're saying, get another opinion. And if you feel like you are close enough to normal to try to, get off of them, then, talk to your doctor. But don't stay on them. I'm not going to tell you guys not to go on them, not to give them a try. I did when I needed to. And I'm to the point now where I don't really think that I want to be on them anymore because I'm on enough stuff. I saw the effect of fucking, being out of one of my meds for a very short time. And I don't want to feel like a fucking junkie because I don't have my antidepressants. Isn't that kind of the fucking opposite look that we're going for? Cock culture, what's going on? ADHD as well. Nice. I did one stream on Twitch, but I recently changed it to save because the last one did save, and the last stream on here was my first. But I do a lot kind of on YouTube, etc. That's really cool, Horror. I tell you what, I'll give you a follow just because I like your name. I appreciate you coming in and saying hi and chatting with us. Most of the time we do mental health stuff. We do game, but mental health is very important to me. Today we're talking about comfort versus love. And as I catch up in the chat, I'll throw this at you guys. In this life, in this world, we often sacrifice what we love in the pursuit of comfort. If anybody has anything to say, to agree, disagree, whatever, I just wanted to throw that at you since it's been almost an hour. I go live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and I end at noon, which means we are right around the halfway point. We've got about another hour and 10 minutes, give or take. Hey, speaking of the devil, the Stream Elements message got my back. My mom brought me to a therapist, and I had 2 different therapists, and I haven't visited them a while, so I don't have any more appointments. Therapy is similar. Therapy, I would say, is similar to like an antidepressant, Like, use it while you need it, but don't rely on it, all the time. I mean, I'm not a therapist, don't take medical advice from me. I don't recommend it at all. Don't take any advice from me. I'm simply giving you a perspective that you can't get anywhere else, and that's it. But I'm not going to charge you $100 an hour for the conversation like the therapist. Anybody wants to have a therapy-like conversation, you half price, $50 an hour, and we'll call it square. No, I'm just teasing. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go work on the car a bit. Talk to you later. See you later, Demon Slayer. Thanks again for popping in, dude. I'm so freaking proud of you. I don't think you understand quite literally how much, bro. Lord knows I need it right now. Life is hard for me right now, and I'm pushing through with vigilance against evil demons, and I recommend anyone to try the same. You're kicking ass, bro. You're taking names. Don't take it from me, though, Demon Slayer. There are guys that are older than me, that are bolder than me. Demon Slayer, I'm gonna tell you that I recommend you reach out to Insane Joel. Just shoot him a message. As far as somebody who's shed some weight, fought some fucking demons, and bear the weight of the load mostly on his own, but obviously has still reached out to people when he's needed them, I think he'd be a very, very good person to have in your corner. And honestly, if you're struggling as much as it seems like you are, I think that the both of you would really, really benefit from, you just shooting a message and saying, hey, bro, whatever. You're welcome, man. I have the same name as it is. I have my name as it is because I enjoy the genre in horror. I love mostly slasher horror movies and games. I play some Dead by Daylight from time to time, so it's funny that you say that. I haven't played in a little while, but I definitely love myself some Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight's my stuff. I'm not very good at it. Lately, I've been playing Fall Guys on stream if I do. Halloween with Michael Myers, Friday the 13th. Guys, how about everybody, not just them? What's your favorite horror or slasher film? I would have to say, because it's amazing, I'm going to go out of my way here. It might not technically be a horror film. It's on Netflix, though. If you guys have never watched Tucker and Dale versus Evil, that movie is incredible. Incredible. If you want to know my sense of humor in a nutshell, that movie is amazing. Child's Play, Some Nightmare on Elm Street, and more. Damn, you're going straight classics, amazing horror. A little sad that House of a Thousand Corpses and that whole series wasn't mentioned, though, because those are some of my favorite. I watched some DVD streamers, lol. I still have yet to get that game. It's pretty good, Amazing Horror Everywhere. It's free on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass or if you have any interest in Game Pass, they always have a crazy deal going on. And that game's on Game Pass. Also, if you wait until like a holiday, 4th of July is coming up soon, so they'll probably have like a 50% off sale for all the characters. So even if there's a character that like you have to pay money for, like one of the licensed characters, like Leatherface or fucking Michael Myers or anybody, they'll be half off. So I fucking love this movie. A doozy of a day. Trying to get Witchy to play DBD. Oh my goodness, Halloween, easy. Yo, Gav, what's up? Doesn't matter if you're good as long as you have fun. I'm gonna watch Tucker and Dale soon. Oh, it's great. It's great. It's more of a comedy, admittedly. But I don't want to give away anything. It literally is amazing. Like, the acting could be better. The plot, whatever, could be better. The movie making could be better, but just the concept and oh my god, I love the fucking those rednecks, dude. Oh, I love them. I love them. Like, when you think of a redneck, you don't normally think adorable as fuck until you watch this movie and you're like, oh, look at the cute little rednecks. Like, could you imagine thinking that during like The Hills Have Eyes? That would mean that you're probably a sociopath. Could you imagine watching The Hills Have Eyes and that little fucking inbred motherfucker comes in and you're like, oh, look at the baby. Oh my god. See if I can get it there. So Amazing Horror. You can get Game Pass on the computer. Obviously, it's cheaper if you don't get it on Xbox, because then on Xbox it's tied to the online membership, which you won't need. So I would look into it on computer. It might be worth it. Honestly, Game Pass is worth it. They come out with at least 2 like AAA games a year, if not 3, and it's honestly so worth it usually. Bad Grandpa. That is a decent one. I like comedies and I like horrors, but I despise horror comedies. Cop Culture. Give Tucker and Dale a chance. If you haven't watched it, give it a chance, okay? Because this isn't like... Now, I love the scary movies, like Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 3, but it's not like that. It's... I promise everybody watching that if you watch that movie, you will not regret it. And that's a bold fucking claim, but it's a great movie. Hi, Juno, another horror movie franchise I like. Evil Dead, that's a good one. The old one or the new one, maybe the old one. Bruce Campbell. Is it worth it on PC? Gav, I'm not sure because I don't have a PC. Well, I do have a PC, but I don't have Game Pass on PC. It's worth it on Xbox, so I would assume it would have to be worth it on PC. Ooh, Wrong Turn. Wrong Turn's another, like, that's more along the lines of The Hills Have Eyes, but not quite as fucked up. Wrong Turn is a little fucked up. Not quite The Hills Have Eyes, but close. I will give it 20 minutes to catch my attention. 20 minutes. Well, Cop Culture, listen. All right. 20 minutes might not be enough. All right, let me give it a half hour. Give it a half hour. Because I don't want to spoil nothing for anybody. We're going to talk... Listen, guys, you have homework today. All right, I'm going to pull this up in the chat, actually. Because we're going to talk about this movie tomorrow. If you guys... Will you watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil tonight? Alright guys, listen, I know the urge to say no might be strong. But any of you who have been watching my channel for any amount of time know that I have said on multiple occasions that I don't really watch a lot of movies. So the fact that I'm batting this hard for you guys to watch a movie should mean something. That's all that I'm saying. It is. Oh, it is. Thank you, Gav. Sorry, the dyslexia. I keep a whiteboard with me everywhere I go now because for some reason my memory is horrible and I can't remember shit. Anyway, I just took a look and I'm all over the damn place. Here it is. Book July 1st. Fifth and Mo. Facts matter. Honesty matters. Ethics matter. You cannot throw a surprise party for yourself. Call Aaron and Curtis. Check out Little Lemmy. Pick up bacon. Row 5. Jesus Christ, all that going on in my head. Pretty scary, huh? No. Juno, you're talking to somebody with ADHD. You simply just explained one of my 27 thought processes that are going on in my head at any one moment. You now understand why I walk around with 4 different notebooks as a way to try to get my shit together. I wish I could get away with walking around with one whiteboard. That would be too crazy for me. I'd hate to see what my fucking page looked like. But I do feel like at the same time I'm kind of fucked up a little bit. I need to like condense my shit a little bit. That's so funny though, Juno. Thank you for sharing. And it sounds honestly like you've got... The first step is writing it down and starting to get the shit organized. You know, when you go to start cleaning your house, you can't just automatically put everything right where it goes. You've got to clean under shit. You got to make space for shit. You got to make piles. Shit's going to look a lot worse before it gets better. Including, but not limited to, the beginning of Tucker and Dale versus Evil. No, I'm just playing. I've never watched Wrong Turn or Hills Have Eyes. You're not missing out. They are more gore versus horror. You know, there's a difference between horror and gore. These are gore. These are more like hostile. So I don't not recommend them, but I wouldn't ship them like I am Tucker and Dale. I have watched it. Oh, Gav, you've watched it. Cool. Yeah, if you've already watched it, then that's fine. I'm not voting since there's not a 20-minute option or a 30-minute option. That counts as yes. That counts as yes. I had a notebook, but I would forget to look at it. Juno, I do that same shit sometimes. My planner, literally, I'll write some shit down, and then I just won't look at it for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow comes, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So maybe I do need to go back to the basics. Maybe I do need to get the whiteboard. Gore is wonderful. I like Gore. Frank Gore, he was all right. Al Gore, no, I'm just teasing. Like, Gore is okay. I'm not against Gore. They're not bad movies. I mean, I don't know if they stand up. They weren't bad movies when I was a kid. I haven't watched them in a while. Guys, take your meds, brush your hair, talk to somebody who loves you. I'm going to tell you guys something. I started brushing my hair, and it was kind of just as a fuck it kind of thing, you know. But now, like, literally, if I go outside without brushing my hair, like, you know, I'll go outside to walk 0 in the morning and I won't brush my hair. And I'm like, wow, man, like, I feel like a dirt ball. I haven't fucking brushed my hair yet. Like, shit's sticking up. And, like, even if it is sticking up, I don't care. But just fucking brushing it. Like, I also deal with, like, dandruff a little bit. So just being able to brush my scalp a little bit is awesome. Get some of that fucking head snow out of there. Stranger Things. I enjoy Stranger Things. I haven't watched the new stuff yet, and I think there's probably a few people in the chat, so no new season spoilers. If you like gore, then yeah, Hills Have Eyes and Wrong Turn. There's like 8 Wrong Turns. They probably stopped getting good after 4 or 5, but I've watched them all. I'm not gonna lie to you. My buddy Will was obsessed. Now the board has watched Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Thanks. Yo, Juno, you're welcome. Trixie, what's up? OMG, so behind. I'm not very far behind. What are you talking about? The way that I catch up, you know this, Cop Culture. I have to stare off into space to appease the headache gods. But guys, the sentiment that I left you with, and obviously we went on with our discussion. But we're talking about comfort versus love today. Thank you. That poll, anybody in the chat, that's a movie that's on Netflix. I love it. It's a horror movie, but it's good. I wouldn't even say that it's a horror comedy. I would not even say that. It is a horror film. But the ending would surprise you. The concept is just... The plot could be better, but the concept is fucking immaculate. Anyway. So what I had said was, in this world, in this life that we live, we often sacrifice what we love in the pursuit of comfort. Now, I don't really know if I got any bites when I said that the last time. It was also kind of just a, hey, I'm throwing this out there while I catch up in the chat, because you guys know how these lives go usually. But I have a few examples that I'm going to run through. If any of you guys have any examples that you want to give, as far as, the comfort versus love, we've still got about an hour. There's a good chance I'll play a round or two of Fall Guys somewhere in the middle. If anybody is waiting on that, rooting on that, I can actually pull that up as well while we're talking about this, so I can give you guys a chance to say any of your examples. I always like to give you guys a chance to give examples if you have one before I start giving examples, just so that you guys get a chance to participate if you want to. If not, it's totally fine. What do you want? Talking gaming. Now, no matter what, I'm going to be talking the whole time. I may pop up a round or two of Fall Guys here in a little while, but I want to make sure that I stay caught up. If anybody has anything they want to bring to the table, please do. But my first example here, all right, let me see here. I've also had a few people suggest Sleepaway Camp. I think that's a decent one. Is that an older one? I think maybe I've seen it. I can't remember. I don't think I catch your drift on this one. The things I love give me comfort. So, culture, good. But the same, first of all, I bet I can give you an example that makes it make sense. Second of all, I'm not saying that this is something that everybody does. But thank you for that, culture, because a lot of the concepts that we talk about seem really... I don't think this is the right word, but seem really like mundane or mud. I know it's not Mudvayne, mundane. I think that's the word I'm looking for. But I have a way of making them make sense. And mundane. I was gonna say that, but it sounded too close to Mudvayne, and I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "Sounds like Mudvayne." So, some examples. First and foremost, jobs. Now, hopefully, culture and anybody else, hopefully we've been able to find jobs that we not only love, but give us comfort. That is open to so many interpretations, and I'm not going to spend time diving into it too much, except for, fuck it, break an arm, jerking Mal off, as always. He had a successful job in corporate America. He went from doing shit that maybe, well, he was a plumber. I don't know if he loved that before, like way before. But he moved up, and he was getting comfort, financially, but physically knew that he was not pursuing what he loved. One of the best quotes that I've ever heard is, "A salary is what they pay you to make you forget about your dreams." And I think that a job is the main point in this whole comfort versus love. You get a job, you go to college sometimes to get a good job so you can live a comfortable life, but so many of those things that we loved as kids, we don't even remember anymore. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I watched my dad. He used to enjoy video games. I would go as far as to say that he loved video games. I don't know if that's true, but as a kid, I remember him playing certain games, loving certain games, going hard, getting the fucking book for Code Veronica because he was fucking having trouble and stuff, and he just stopped playing them because they were a waste of time. And in the moment, sure, you know, maybe, but now he doesn't even have any interest in picking up a controller or figuring it out because it's been so long since he's played. He feels like he's fucking handicapped. Like, and I guess, I don't know, as a kid, watching your dad go from enjoying something to not doing it because it was a waste of time to, well, oh hey, now everything that you were doing to set, you know, I'm just going to leave that there, but job is an important thing. I really want a job. I agree with you there. Listening to Mudvayne a few minutes ago, there you go. I love job. You love your job, Gab? What job do you have right now? But I know you didn't love your job. A job is an important thing, but enjoying your job is an important thing. I would rather be poor than hate my job. Now, we all need money. I'd rather not be worrying about whether or not I'm going to be able to pay my bills. But we live in a world where so many people, we live above our means and then have to find a way to pay for it. Versus just being happy, being content with what we've got going on and making money to, you know, we just do it a little backwards sometimes. And it's something that a lot of people don't give us the chance to, you know, learn or teach us. Why did it start playing random? Oh, because I had my Ow Mau playlist, not my... I didn't realize that we were listening to Ow Mau the entire time. I have no beef with listening to Ow Mau the entire time. My only beef is why did I start the playlist fresh and it only lasted an hour 14? Now that's a beef. Would you like some candy? Maybe. My dad suggests me to do more of a trade job. If there's a trade that you enjoy or that you could find enjoyment in, I would recommend it. Trade jobs are something that it's going to be a lot cheaper starting out. You're not going to have to waste your life in school. And there's always a demand. Almost always a demand. It's definitely a good option. What do you want to do? I love my job right now. I don't think I've ever had a job I didn't love, TBH. Well, good, Cock Culture, because you are definitely not speaking for the room. I've had some jobs that I hated. I've had some jobs that I loved, but I grew to hate because I was working for malicious fucking tyrants. My dad introduced me to video games. Are you telling me to relax? What the hell happened? I like video games as well, like Call of Duty and Halo and Mortal Kombat and a bunch of others, etc. Yeah, they're my favorite. I should have assumed you like Mortal Kombat if you like gore. We played through Halo 1 together. That's awesome. It's okay, Pickle. Want a Snickers? You're not you when you're horngry. It's like hangry, but you need some D. I have M&M candies. There you go. Which kind of M&Ms? I like the almond M&Ms. I'm a sucker for almond M&Ms. If they had a cashew M&M, I like a lot of rock and metal music. Same horror fan. I love rock and rock and metal music. I listen to the music that I listen to, one, because they are independent artists who are, you know, achieving their dreams, and that's a very lovable, respectful thing in itself. But I've also gotten to know these individuals on a personal level and know that I want nothing more than to support them in their cause because they're just good people. And the music is good as well, you know, even if it's not necessarily something that is my go-to listening. It's incredible, and it's also a different, as I'm sure a lot of you agree with, music changes your mood, changes a lot of stuff. So to listen to different music, to be able to find joy in other people's art, even if it's not your preferred medium, is important, I feel like. Comfort, ego protecting itself versus love, open, compassionate energy. DJ Lumpa, okay, let me see. Comfort, ego protecting itself versus love, open, compassionate energy. I like that, DJ. I like that. I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't fully agree, but I like that. I wouldn't agree or disagree. I think that was pretty sound. That was pretty simple. It was pretty straightforward. I know that ego can mean a couple of different things. And some people mistake comfort for something else. So I don't think that it's always ego fueled. But it could bear. The more that I think about it, the more that just really fucking makes sense. That was bars. I like what I do because yes, I have a job, but I also have the ability to take time off when I need it, as long as I don't abuse the privilege. Definitely, Juno, and something like that's incredible. You know, there's a lot of people who are working a job that they hate, but they don't have that option. Another hummingbird is visiting me. It's not the green one. There you go, Gav. Do they have names? Horror says, I want to be an actor in movies and voice actor and kind of want to make at least one video game and maybe work with wood and metal and build an animatronic and work more with instruments I like and stuff because I'm also in a band, etc. Well, that's a lot of stuff. So you've got some stuff to think about, you know? How can you make that work? How can you make that make sense? How can you maybe pursue one that's going to help with your knowledge in the others? Obviously, you've already said that you stream. You know, that's a good way. That's awesome, though. My favorite band of all time that I go to first is Linkin Park. That's awesome. If anybody wants to share their favorite band, mine is Avenged Sevenfold. I think that I'd be a really good actor, but I just don't think anybody's gonna be paying me to star in a movie or to go join fucking SNL or anything anytime soon. Mainly because I ain't no bitch and I ain't in nobody's pocket, and I also probably ain't that funny. But I'm probably funnier than some of the guys on SNL. Like, I don't watch SNL. I'm more of a Mad TV guy. I've seen some SNL. I've seen some funny stuff, but some of it I'm just like, no offense to Pete Davidson, but I see him and I'm like, Umberto, I love it. DJ Lumpa, best place to be. I rather the open, compassionate energy. Definitely. And DJ Maney Main, that's one of the reasons why we're talking about this specifically today. Radiohead for me, or Three Doors Down's good. I'm assuming that is his girlfriend. So Guadalupe. Ooh, that's epic. I'll give them a listen. What's your favorite LP album? All right, so while we're discussing music, while we're discussing the comfort versus love, I gave the example of jobs. I don't think you were in here, DJ, but what I said was, in this life, in the world that we live in, we often sacrifice what we love in the pursuit of comfort. And the first example I gave was jobs. You know, the second example I'm going to give is clothing. You know, some people, going back to jobs, will have a wardrobe that they have to upkeep, which means they need to make more money. I dress like shit. You'll be lucky if I'm wearing a shirt, socks, or underwear some days. Usually I'll wear underwear. Usually. Have been thinking about going free ball more. Why don't you give me your opinion about that if you want. But clothing, you know, when you can go and buy a $7 pair of shorts at Walmart versus a $50 pair of shorts at Nike. Now, I'm not knocking anybody who does one or the other, or somewhere in the middle, or, you know, maybe even says, hey, fuck Walmart, because, you know, kind of fuck Walmart. But I still shop there. I'm a hypocrite. Ooh, Gav, Alice in Chains, good one. I'm the man who sucks cocks. I'm sorry. All right. The next example kids, so many people, when we were children, when we were growing up, a lot of us wanted kids. And now, whether it's because the world we live in or the amount that it costs to live in such a world, that's something that maybe we loved the idea. I love the idea of having kids, but I can't even maintain comfort for myself, let alone a kid. You know, it would be irresponsible for me to bring a kid in at this point. Free ball is nice. Got to be careful if you're wearing something with a zipper. Very true. Or if your pants fall down. I show to listen to them since Mike Starr passed. They are great, though. Well, that's why you can always listen to old stuff. Hey, Ma, what's happening? I'm doing well. I like a lot of LP albums. It's hard to decide. But right now, I have Hybrid Theory and Minutes to Midnight on my record player, etc. I like a lot. Oh, and you got a record player? That's pretty cool. I have a bunch of records, but I don't have a record player. I don't have a bunch of records. I have like 5. Understandable. The Unplugged album was my everyday listen just because it's amazing. I'm good, mommy. The next example, another obvious one, housing. You know, maybe we loved the idea of having a house built or a house that was a certain size or a house that was in a different location. But because of, you know, financial reasons or maybe other reasons, you know, we had to settle for something more comfortable. And vice versa, you know. That could actually go both ways with housing. You know, I think that having a big house isn't all that it's cracked up to be, because I think that one thing that a lot of people don't think about is the upkeep. You know, and unless you have the money to fucking pay somebody to come and upkeep it for you, it's a lot of work. Free balling is cool. Just avoid physical activities. Don't want the boys just flopping around. No free ball. Running balls can get caught between the legs and get crushed. Hey, that's fair. What up, Gav? Did you like the Batman Arkham series? Alright. I only played about 10 minutes. It just, you know, that series came out when a lot of other shit was out, and I just never really got into it. I have most of them, either on disc or on digital. I just never really played them that much. They were good games, but I'm not gonna pretend that I played them a lot. I did play them, but not enough to say that I did or didn't. I know. Underrated. Oh, I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but you must not talk to a lot of hardcore gamers then, because that's one of those few series that get pledged a lot. You know what? That was fucking. You might just. Anybody that I've talked to, it doesn't have to do with fucking whether they're gamers or not. I've talked to a lot of people who have enjoyed them. That obviously, you're probably right. It probably is an underrated series, or else it would be more popular. Picked up all 3 for $8.99. They're also pretty old games, so that's probably why they were so cheap. But I could see them being underrated for sure. And the last one that I have as an example, let me rack my brain for a minute and try to see how I want to go about bringing this one up, because this could go multiple ways. Okay, so relationships is the next one. Now, I mean, friendship, a family member, a love interest, relationship where, Amazing Horror was talking about wanting to be an actor. That requires you to form relationships. And a lot of people who are interested in acting, maybe stop pursuing those relationships because they're in a place where they're comfortable. So instead of, pushing for something that they love, they settle for something that's comfortable to them. Same thing with, maybe a family member. Maybe you want somebody in your life. You would love the idea of them being in your life, but they just don't bring you comfort. And in the pursuit of comfort, you cut off certain family members, people that you once loved. Which is fine in certain situations, toxic behavior, this, that, and the other thing, but at what point does the comfort kind of start? And I really think that DJ Lumpa fucking worded it amazingly. Let me scroll back up and see what he said, because the more that I think about it, comfort is ego protecting itself versus love, open, compassionate energy. So if you're cutting off, I cut off my mom before. I didn't talk to my mom for from 16 to 18. I didn't talk to her at all. No calls, no contact, no visits, nothing. Was I comfortable? Yeah. I felt like I was wronged. I felt like I needed my time to pout. If she would have pushed too hard, if she would have did too much, our relationship might not be as strong as it is today. But at a certain point, I got off of my fucking high horse. I stopped throwing the pity party. And I realized that without love, there is no comfort. And what little comfort there is oftentimes a fallacy. So let me make sure that I'm caught up here. Now that I scrolled back to make sure that I read his thing. I know that I was close. Been playing Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. I never played that game. Sit there, dude. I love when that happens. When a game is just awesome for the soundtrack, dude. Like fucking Minecraft. Doo doo doo. No, okay, I'm just kidding. That's rad. Act as the Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees, or at least be part of the movies. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. I like the idea of, creating just in any aspect. And I think that I would be a good actor. I've dealt with enough drama to know. I think I'd be all right. So let me blow past those examples, which I just did. Now one of the key words, obviously, we have love and comfort, the topics of the day, but we often sacrifice what we love in the pursuit of comfort, and sacrifice, the fucking Google definition, is to give up something valued for the sake of something else regarded as more worthy. Now, I don't know if any of you guys know your brain as well as I know my brain, but I know that in the moment, I don't always know what's best for me. I like to think that I do. I truly believe that most of the time I do, but regardless, I am only human and I make mistakes. No matter how much any of us try to be a beacon of hope or light or knowledge or, information. Anybody who is a light worker of any type, we all are only human. And I think that to give up on something that you love, to sacrifice is to give up. Now, it's one thing to draw back. Video games, for example. My dad sacrificed that. He could have just drew it way back there. But not people do things, some people, maybe, in terms of, substances, alcohol maybe, some people have to sacrifice drinking because they can't just drink in moderation. So, everybody's a little bit different, but sacrifice is a big word. A lot of words kind of just get thrown around, but if you're sacrificing something for the sake of something that you regard as more worthy in the moment, you have to be willing to know that you may have made a mistake. You know, when you look back 10 years from now and you're like, oh shit, I used to really love this, and now I can't even, you know, skateboarding, for example. I used to love skateboarding. After my accident, I can barely fucking stand up on the thing. I was never a great skateboarder, but I could at least fucking push myself and go. Let's see. I think I'd be a good actor as well. My dad has picked up drinking more. Well, Amazing Horror, there's a difference between a problem and a active drink. You know, I don't know the situation, so I won't tell you what it is one way or the other, but just, you know, do as much as you can to check up on what they need. You know, maybe your dad needs some stuff done around the house. Maybe he's just stressed. Maybe he's trying to escape. A lot of times our parents, they don't want to make us feel the full weight of the world because they want to give us a chance to just be kids. But they've literally been raising us for this moment. The moment that we stand up on our own 2 feet and start fucking fighting for what we deem important. Maybe you don't like the fact that your dad's drinking a little bit more, but maybe it's not quite a problem, but you've already saw this ahead of time. So if there's anything you can do, or, you know, you just let them know, like, forget the drinking. Hey, Dad, if there's anything I can do around the house to lower your stress level, just let me know. You might be surprised how it works out for you. Yo, Mesmers, I come before you. People always come before me. I'm a giver. And you're fine. Amassment of following folks with a riddle. I'm the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge. If you want to keep streaming, all you have to do is this. All you have to do is this. Solve my riddle. Quick, what's that from? Only the true OGs will know. No, I'm just teasing. Only the real motherfuckers will know. My girl. Oh, I was waiting for fucking... Where's Pika? Pika needs to get alert mode. The other thing that I found interesting, and it's the fact that when I was looking at definitions and stuff, I saw comfort as a state of physical ease from pain or constraint. Now, this could also be, you know, mentally emotional. I feel like comfort could obviously stem deeper, but in what we're talking about today, you know, the love versus comfort thing, you know, sacrificing what we love in the pursuit of comfort, a lot of times it is for physical ease. We're not really thinking about the mental part unless we're too far gone and we're struggling with a mental illness. You know, we don't normally think about the mental, and it's in the fucking definition, which kind of blew my mind. What is something definitely yours, but others seem to utilize more? My asshole. No, I'm just teasing. That opens up a lot of fucking... My legs. Oh, wait, never mind. I use those pretty... People open them, but I walk on them. I would say penis, but other people really don't use that often. I use it way more. Alright, what is something definitively yours, but others seem to utilize more? Your opinion? I don't know. Dr. Three Balls, will you stay off your knees? Your legs won't hurt, bro. Amazing Horror, bro, when you were singing and said when you want to keep streaming, all you have to do is this. And then right after a Stranger Things trailer ad played. Oh my goodness. Shouldn't love be comfortable? Yes. Yes, it should. But it's not that simple, Manny Man. It's not always that simple. Sometimes love is pain. Doesn't Al Mao love his music hasn't he had to sacrifice a lot? Hasn't he had to give up on a lot of things to push for what he loves, for what he believes in? Sometimes love is pain. Sometimes it requires a few of us to fight for what we love in a painful setting to make it more comfortable for those around us or those after us. And that's one of the reasons why I love Al's music. I love his way of building organically. You know, what a lot of people mistake sometimes, he is truly doing a service to humankind. And I love that. But it definitely should be, right? It should be Many Main. There should be comfort. Love should be comfortable. And if it's not, well, there's extenuating circumstances. Now, obviously, I gave you the example of, you know, fighting for something you love, a concept. But, you know, when you're going through, you know, Many Main, I love you. We're totally comfortable. Bro, I met you for the first time. We only had maybe 2 hours. And it was almost like you were my fucking brother, my relative, my longtime friend. Like, now, yeah, we spend time here. So it really wasn't like it was the first time, but sometimes in the pursuit of love, in the pursuit of comfort, you lose sight of both of those things. A lot of people mistake love for comfort when that's simply not the case. And because you have these extra expectations on love, you have the expectations of comfort, you sometimes lose what you loved and you still don't get any comfort. So that's a very good point though, Many Main. I'm glad that you brought it up. Your name. Many Main. Good one. Same. I think it's because the couch hurt my leg when I sleep. Well, why do you sleep on the couch, bro? Is it a shooting pain? Where does it start? Where does it end? Where is the numbness? Your time. The name, I think, makes more sense. Time could be the answer. I'm wondering what Mesmers is going to say. My left leg meets my butt cheeks. There you go. So, guys, we've got 20 more minutes left. So this was all my own original, thought processes, concepts today, other than, the two definitions that I, even outed myself. I'm not going to fucking pull something from Google and not tell you guys. So the definition definitely was, why oof cock culture? So this is kind of my ending sentiment here. I'm going to give you guys this ending sentiment. We're going to keep ranting, raving, bullshitting, but we're going to play a round or two of Fall Guys while we do that, while we, finish the conversation, depending on how the conversation goes. The chat keeps moving and stuff. Everything keeps going the way that it's going. I keep having stuff to talk about. The gaming is definitely just a secondary, because again, Many Main, I love video games. Video games do help me to find comfort. But I love helping people more. Just knowing that me, I don't know, I've been doing this long enough that I think sometimes some of you guys forget that I'm just a normal dude. Not only that, I am less than that. I'm still a big fucking kid. Even before my accident, I was probably a little fucked up in the head. In different ways, of course. But if I can make a difference in this world, even if it's just to one person, if somebody like me can change lives for the better, then so the fuck can each and every one of you. There's no excuses to be made. We start with water, we start with food, it ends when we save the fucking world. And that is an endless, thankless job. To truly love, to truly try to bring light to an ever-darkening world is a suicide mission. But it is a cause that I will fight for until I die, because I can't think of anything more important than showing other people that there's love for them. They just have to be willing to fucking get out of their head and go find it. So many of you guys, people that aren't even here right now, people who don't come in all the time, that's fine. I don't want you guys in here all the time. You'll get bored. I'm just a dude dressed up as a taco, running around, falling with some other dudes, petting this furry dude, and I'm here when people need me. And people come in for the first time in ages sometimes. Get that little boost that they need, and then they're on their way. And I am floored with happiness. You know, I don't give a fuck if they're in here for 30 seconds. If I know that I had any part in giving them a fighting chance for the day, then I can go on the rest of my day happy, or at least try to. You know, it's the little things that matter. And I'm not just talking about my penis. Sounds like sciatica. That can be excruciating at times. Tempted to do some stretches. Normal dude gang. Yo, DJ Lumpa, have you just been chilling this whole time, or did you leave and come back? Because I was breaking an arm jerking you off earlier. Stretch and put a heating pad on it. You are a person, and a beautiful one at that, but no one is Superman. Definitely. But we a lot of times look at actors or doctors like they are Superman, when they are just as much a part of this game as we are. You know, that 3% of people we talk about that owns fucking 97% of shit, a lot of actors and doctors don't even make that cut. But those are the superheroes to us. While the oldest, most wretched people living literally take advantage of all of us and pit us all against each other. Appreciate the jerk. Always. I'm working and just listening to you in the background. I appreciate it, DJ. Well, you know, I really, really liked what you said. I know when you first came in, I, you know, kind of danced around the fact, but it was immaculate. You know, it's always nice to summarize something in a few short words, but it almost always requires more. And obviously, you know, even your short, sweet sentiment did require more, but I was able to go back around to it in a way that I didn't even think that I would be able to, or that I was planning, and it was awesome. Thank you, Amazing Horror Fan. This is Zero. This is Sub-Zero. Zero for short. He's my little man. If it wasn't for him, I hate to think about where I would be right now. So, I love him. They tend to see that person. I think when other people find a sense of stability in someone else, they tend to see you as someone who can handle anything. They tend to see that person. Gotcha. Let's see here. Appreciate the jerk. I'm at work. Hi, Zero, my buddy. Yo, Black Love, did you just come in? Have you been hanging out? Did Zero just pop you out of lurk mode? He's super hairy. Yes. Just perspectives, jumping around. Glad we vibe in. No expectations. Oh, definitely. You know, the expectations thing I think is important, because we all have expectations. Even if your expectations are nothing, you expect something, you expect nothing. One of my favorite quotes, and this is a fucking Jason Seifert original, so you better quote this shit. You will expect nothing, and you will get less. Fucking write that one down, because in a life where I have expected next to nothing, if not nothing, I am always surprised by how giving, how above and beyond the world is willing to go. When you expect nothing, you will get less. So start actually fighting for fucking something you believe in and expect some shit. You know, it's one thing to not have any expectations. It's a good thing not to put expectations on certain people in certain places. But when you're getting into the idea of manifestation, which isn't something that I know a lot about, but thanks to, you know, Mal and Cock Culture and a lot of, you know, friends, my Wizard Ninja friend that you guys haven't met yet, I don't believe, you know, it's something that I'm learning more about, and expectations are important. But it's important not to get lost. It's important to use those as maybe goals. You know, if you have a goal, you have an expectation. But so many of us, we think of expectation like it's a bad word, but then we expect little things from people, not willing to show them the love in return that they're showing us. And a lot of times you'll be in a situation like that. You know, somebody might distance themselves, but then you'll feel like a victim because you expected too much from that person. And it's hard to say where everything started, but you know what, let me catch up, because I'm kind of just rambling at this point. Hello, you sexy hottie. Hey, you better have been talking to me. So I'm going to hit you guys with this last sentiment that I have here. This is some bars, in my humble but accurate opinion. Again, this was all my own thoughts, but a couple of questions, a couple of thoughts, just kind of a random, you know, ending paragraph. But let me read DJ first. The way I see it, expectations are the only thing holding me back, because when we are open to the infinite paths you can take versus that one path that might give you suffering, like I feel fully chasing something without a mental concept of what it might be, could be freeing. So instead of allowing something so small like expectations to get in your way, DJ, I wouldn't say that you have no expectations. I would say that you expect anything and everything. No, I'm just teasing. But it's true. You know, I've expected things out of people. One person in particular. I can't tell you guys the story because last time I did, I'm not going to get into it. But I literally expected nothing. And I got less. I sure the fuck did. But if I could have just expected anything and everything, I would have been ready for that heartbreak. I would have been ready for that utter downfall. By expecting nothing, I set my bar low as to not get disappointed. And sure as fuck, they found a way to dig. So if you're expecting the fucking ladder, you're not going to be surprised when your ass is at the bottom and you've got to climb a few steps. It's not going to be debilitating. I agree with your sentiment, DJ, and I simply put it that way. I'm glad you enjoyed it because it's all about what you need in the moment. You know, somebody might need to cling to an expectation just to prevent themselves from getting dug down any farther. And that's why instead of saying that this thing doesn't work, that thing doesn't work, I always try to make it make sense. Even if it's annoying, even if it's Dr. Phil-esque, even if it's stupid and people get bored and want to flip to other channels, that's fine. Because if you're bored, then cool, this isn't for you today. That's why the games are always an option, but they are not my main prerogative. I love video games. Once I can handle more screen time, I'll be live a lot more. This 2-hour time is set for this, but when I can handle more screen time, you bet your guys' asses I'll be on here more. I'll be gaming, I'll be doing my shit, but we will always have this option open. Make sure you take your meds, you brush your hair, talk to somebody who fucking loves you guys. You don't know me from Adam, and I just spent 2 hours talking with you. Shoot your grandma, your mom, your cousin a text and say, hey, I was thinking about you, I hope you're doing all right. A lot of times, when you reach out to somebody randomly, they'll assume that you're building up and you want something. Be surprised what goes through their head whenever they realize that you were just checking up on them. How much just being there for somebody that you love can change the course of the entire world. This shit didn't used to be so dark. Okay, and I don't think it was just because I was a kid. It was because we used to actually work together for some shit. And stuff has just gotten so beaten down. Let's see here. For sure, peeps have personalized messages. It's all projection of our inner world. In it. In it? It could be. It could be. It definitely could be. I don't know for sure, DJ, but I think that that's one of the reasons why perspective is so important. And I think that that's one of the reasons why, you know, somebody like you, somebody like Cock Culture, somebody who admittedly knows what they're talking about a hell of a lot more than I do. I'm not exactly the smartest person, but I have a level of intelligence, I guess, that some people don't have. I don't think that it's any more or less, but some people have told me maybe. But you guys clearly have a level of intelligence that is above me. But you're still willing to take the perspective, take that into consideration, and that's what changes it. You know, it's no longer a projection of my inner world. It's a projection of our world, the world that we want to live in. Why is it our inner world? The shit that most of us believe in are way more freaking desirable, lovable, respectable, battle cry ready for. The reason that they try to keep us dumb and isolated and alone is because they know that if we actually start fucking putting the pieces together, we're gonna stop listening to these old motherfuckers who are just stealing our money, sending it to other places. What's up, Al Mao? I almost called you Taco. How's it going, bro? I see it as just awareness of different subjects. I agree. I agree. Thank you for saying that, DJ. So, guys, we talked today about comfort versus love. My ending sentiment, like I've been fucking cock teasing you guys about for the last 20 minutes. Why do we give up? Why do we give up on things that we have loved to our core in return for a bit of external comfort? Especially in a world where most external discomforts are created by the leaders who herd us like cattle. In a world where mental health is at an all-time low, why do we sacrifice every fiber of our being for what we misconstrue as peace of mind? I pretty much just want to leave you guys with that today. I've only got a few more minutes left. Ow, Mao. I'll be ready for you right at noon if you're going to be ready right at noon. Thank you so much for coming in, brother. Thank you so much for all the love that you have shown to me, shown to each and every one of us. But more importantly, thank you for the love that you have shown to yourself, to your cause, to your music, to your talents, to your beliefs. Thank you for being unapologetically you and not letting physical comforts hold you back. The salary that they offered you, whatever it was, wasn't enough to get you to stop chasing your dreams and fighting for what you believe in, and that's why I fucking love you. And I always will. And no matter whatever fucking happens, I'll wear this Ao Mau Army tattoo with pride, because what you allowed me to be part of, what you allowed all of us to help you build, it's more beautiful than anything I've ever seen in my life. And I can't wait to send all these beautiful bastards over to you. I really can't. Cock Culture says, my opinion on the matter is that people don't spend enough time just being. Don't try to predict what will happen next. Success or failure, good or bad, desirable or undesirable. Just respect the ride. Be grateful for what goes in your favor. Be grateful for what doesn't go in your favor. And believe that's what's meant to curse you will bless you. That's my whole perspective on shit. Cock Culture, if you could copy and paste that into the Discord, I would fucking love you for it. The motivation one. That would be amazing. I also think that Insane Joel would love that in the Swole Joel's gym in Mal's. I just copied it. If you don't or don't have the time or whatever, I'll try to remember to paste it as long as usually I'll do that, but then when I'm sharing the live for Mal, I fucking copy his thing, and then I'm like, shit, I don't have that thing. Love is not easy. It's not. It's not always a wholesome ending, but it was a pretty wholesome ending. Ao Mau, I'll take that as I'm ready. And I hope you guys are ready for another fucking amazing day, because I sure as shit don't feel this comfortable, this confident, this much love coursing through my veins, but something's different about today, and I can't wait to spend time with all of you over at Al's and find out how, why, when, what. If you guys don't know, if you're new, I'm looking at you, new people. I raid into Ao Mau music. He has been, actually today, he's been about 75% of what we've listened to, and he's an amazing individual. You might not agree with some of his opinions, some of his ideals, but you cannot deny the fact that he has fought for what he believes in with reckless abandon, and has inspired so many people. And I hope that we find out what's next together. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and I hope you have an amazing day.
Damage, damage, goods. Damage, damage, goods. Damage, damage, goods. I respect it. Damage, damage, goods. Damage, damage, goods. Damage, damage, goods. I will build this bridge and get over it.
We all been through something. I can tell you, I am definitely damaged. Damaged goods. Yeah, you know it. Check it.